So, hello my friends, and welcome to something different. This is a game made by SIDENOTE, which he sent me this game. Developer of this game called Gravitee. So, I'm actually going to put my controller down for this because this requires a mouse. How are we going to play this? As you play the game, you'll discover different things within the levels. Your discovery will then appear. Hover over an icon to remind yourself of what you found. And as you can tell, this is version 1.0. As you say, everything you know how to play this game appears in certain levels. So, let's just go for this, shall we? Let's see, we're looking at 35 levels, and there are like a few more coming soon. It's a work in progress. So get moving, move the mouse for okay. The aim of the game is to find and reach the goal. Located somewhere within the goal. The aim of the game is to find and reach the goal. Located somewhere within the level. Sometimes arrows on the walls will help you show the way. So, this somewhat reminds me of the special zone in Sonic the Hedgehog. If you get stuck in mud, you'll explode slowly. Okay, so this is a neat mechanic, you know. Let's see how it's gonna work on this. Golden marbles. Each level there are 3 golden marbles. Obviously collect them and get them all. I don't know about getting them all. I'll get as much as I can. Bouncy walls. These walls will make you bounce. Yeah, you can tell this was inspired by Sonic the Hedgehog. And I mean the first game. If you slip on a banana, prepare to move quickly. Apologies if this seems a bit jarring. There. Make a choice. You can choose which way to go. What leads you to the goal. I see the goals right here. Stand on to beat the level. That's curious. That's not bad. If you use the mouse to speed which you move the mouse, you control how fast you rotate. If you use WSAD, you can use W and S to change how fast you rotate. Yeah, I see why. If you're using keyboard, you have a little bit more control than, say, the mouse. With the mouse, you have to be rather precise. So I am slightly inching the mouse. It's only slightly, not too much. Put a link in the description so you can try this game out on your own. So far, it's not a bad game. You know, it's something different, you know. It's something that basically means we need to support something more like this, you know. This is how you use inspiration. Boosters will push you in the direction that they point. I don't really play games like these very often. When I do, it's usually often, but when I do, it strangely makes me relax. Next to Dynamite. Not very easy, but all I'm doing is slightly moving my mouse left and right. I like the concept that they just bring it out to you just like that, you know? So let's make sure we're using what side controls the mouse. Also reminds me of Marble Madness. I can see it just had a lot of inspiration from Marble Madness and Sonic the Hedgehog because of how the bonus stage works just to get that chaos in it. You know, this is how I like to use what side controls. As I said, I said I was going to try it. I'll take it. Spikes! Don't touch spikes. this is actually a good method of how to bring in the dangers in your game. Like, instead of like, oh, wait till later. No. Bring it out at level 3. Controls in 1. That's good. Gimmicks, like slow down and whatnot. Level 2, that's actually good. Level 3, okay, this is what you're supposed to do. Sort of reminds me of Funhouse too. Give it up to sightafter. This is really immersive. Despite the fact that most times what you're trying to do is just do something like this. Now, supposedly, if I use my mouse, Oof. Although I would think you really should bring the spikes in much later. I'm literally playing a game with trackball controls. Don't ask how I know about trackball. Sega Sonic the Hedgehog. That's all you need to know. Oh yeah, and Macross. I think my only gripe about this would be, if you're going to introduce something like this, let it be like halfway through the stage, not like right at the beginning of it. I mean, just pointing out, if you're going to do something like this, then this right here, this will be your game killer right here. It's like, I understand what was being made here, but you're trying to technically do the following. You're trying to do the following. Bring a new mechanic in, but don't bring it in too soon. I gotta say, for the music tracks, they do bring about some character. But I would say, you know, after going through like what, 3 levels, this game shows some promise for being indie. But I would say, you know, how to improve on it, get at least, you know, 5 levels in. Then introduce, you know, the danger zones. Otherwise, you do something like this to where it just becomes repetitive and you're really not making any progress. Yeah, this is something that, yeah, most people would get on you for. But I think, yeah, believe it or not, for what this game is worth, with a little more spit and polish, and do take my word for it, I want this game to succeed. And I'm just letting you know, move the levels up to where it's feasible. First 5 levels, let it be easy. Next 5, make it advanced, or make it 10. Then once you make it past those 10 levels, then go for expert. Within the advanced levels, this is where you bring in the dangers and whatnot, but make it to where it's not like what you see here, like I'm constantly dying at one spot. Like, no, make it to where it's like, it's not bad, but it's like, make it to where it's simple. Simple, advance. And then, don't go any further as make it unbeatable. Because that's the one thing you don't want. You don't want the game to be totally unfair, but you don't want it to be, you know, to where it can't be beaten. So don't make your game unbeatable. Make it beatable. But as I said, you know, after 3, I think it poses as a good way of saying, you know what, it's something, it's worth trying out. And as it being a review of sorts, as well as being part of the Chest of Obscurity, I would recommend it, and I hope to the developer, SIDENOTE, who's done this, yeah, just take into account what you need to fix, because as far as this game is concerned, this shows a lot of promise. But you really do need to make sure that if you're going to do something like this, as far as levels are concerned, don't make it to where it's to where the level itself is unbeatable. Make it to where it's feasible to beat the level without, you know, causing rage quits. You'd be better off. Anyway, I've been your friendly neighborhood Tenkaichi, and this was a look, as well as a spot on the Chest of Obscurity with an indie game known as Gravitee, with 2 E's, not a 1. Until next time, I'll see you again with even more weirdness on the Chest of Obscurity. Until then, see you next time.